Hi everybody, Diane Holdorf here, pulling in some closing thoughts as I get ready to leave after the second week of the climate COP here in Glasgow. We know that the keeping 1.5 alive is still hanging in the balance with the negotiators. We've heard that they're going to go right through the night tonight, and we're hoping to have a really strong negotiated outcome. But the commitments that we're seeing coming through all of the days of this COP, and this is even before the commitments that came through yesterday on transport and today on built environment, are already showing a trajectory towards a 1.8 future. And that we think is going to continue to close. Now that is all sectors coming together, not just government-led initiatives. But we've seen some really interesting breakthroughs even at the government level. The big US-China announcement that came out is going to provide a big push, for example, to the overall process of what government leaders can do. Momentum, though, as I said, has been strong on all fronts. That's one of my biggest takeaways, is we've really moved into action and demonstration of delivery of progress, in addition to continuing to have a ratchet up of ambition and continuously setting new commitments. So we're seeing a real blend. We're also seeing the biggest mix of stakeholders I've ever seen at one of these global events. Youth, indigenous communities, business leaders, policy leaders, of course cities, mayors, people from all different sectors as well, not just where we would have often seen, at least like from a business perspective, heavy industry. We're seeing all sectors represented here. Perhaps the biggest step change has been the finance sector. They've come through so strong and have showed up in such force here. That's probably one of the big indicators of why we're going to see the momentum that people keep talking about as a drumbeat on the ground here. For business, I think what we're going to see is this really interesting blend coming very quickly of how the risk, the supply chain, the finance, and the sustainability teams all work together in really different ways, both around what it's going to take to deliver, as well as what the innovation, the technology solutions, and the business models should be as we continue to shift this momentum quite quickly. Another big step change has been the clearly integrated agendas on climate and nature. They've not been separate conversations. It wasn't housed to just one day. We've seen that drumbeat of what natural solutions can also contribute. The WBCSD Climate Manifesto was extremely well received, and in fact, the corporate determined contributions proposal that we had as an anchor mechanism for measurement going forward and accountability was really, really well received. So this is thinking about how business provides documented, measurable contributions in addition to, linked up to, the national determined contributions, the NDCs. So lots of continued work to do. We're going to be going into a very interesting year in 2022 where we're going to have a big mid-year milestone event with Stockholm Plus 50, focusing on value chain-led solutions to achieving the 2030 agenda and meaningful progress towards the climate goals, as well as we head then into an Egypt-based COP27 where we expect the focus to be still on mitigation, acceleration on finance, and increasingly on resilience. So I'm leaving exhausted but energized. It's been really exciting to see how far we've come. I have to say, while the bar may have been low, it really exceeded my expectations. So take care all. Looking forward to checking back in with you soon.